Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Dad of Teenager Killed by Kyle Clifford's brother says siblings are both evil. The father of a young man murdered by Kyle Clifford's brother has described the siblings as evil. Bradley Clifford mowed down Sobin Khan, 18, as he was riding pillion on a scooter in 2017. He then beat him up as he lay dying on the street. 7 years later, his younger brother Kyle, now 26, murdered his ex-girlfriend Louise Hunt, 25, and her sister Hannah, 28, with a crossbow and killed their mother Carol, 61, with a knife at the family home in Bushey, in Hertfordshire. Before the killings, which took place in July last year, he phoned his brother in prison to tell him about buying the crossbow. After Kyle was sentenced to a whole life term in prison earlier, this week, at Cambridge Crown Court, Louise and Hannah's father, BBC commentator John Hunt, spoke of his devastation in a moving witness impact statement. Now, Sobin's dad Najam Khan has told of his anguish at seeing another family torn apart, as well as the revulsion he feels towards the brothers. Speaking to the Mail Online, he said, "Our whole family were very, very upset by this. We hate these brothers over what happened." Mr. Khan said the Clifford siblings were evil men who the public will need protecting from forever. He added, "My son was innocent when he was murdered, and now another 3 innocent people have been murdered too." During Bradley's trial at the Old Bailey, the court heard he was driving his £35,000 Ford Mustang outside a bar in Enfield when he passed Sobin and his friend, Joshua Francis, then 19, who were on a scooter. He claimed Sobin then threw a bottle at the vehicle, something Mr. Khan says did not happen. What is not disputed is that Bradley proceeded to chase after the 2 men with this car, before crashing into them. The force of the collision sent both Joshua, who was driving, and pillion passenger Sobin into the air and onto the tarmac. Bradley then ran over to Sobin and punched, and kicked him several times as he lay motionless on the ground. Joshua was hurt but survived, but Sobin later died. Bradley had previously texted his girlfriend on WhatsApp saying that he would put a knife down the throats and rain hell on anyone who interfered with his car. Mr. Khan said his son had just finished his A-levels and was about to start university when he was killed. He described the teenager as a bright and very good boy who was popular, good at sports, and dreamed of starting his own business. He said he has suffered 3 heart attacks since the death of his child, and his wife has given up her job as a designer and now often sits at her son's grave and prays. Mr. Khan said Bradley should have told police his brother had bought a crossbow, but it was clear they both had criminal minds. During Kyle's case, the court heard how Louise had written a list of reasons why she had ended her relationship with Kyle, and among them was the fact he did not find the killing of Sobin horrendous, and continued to regularly visit his brother in jail. She also wrote that Kyle believed he had a higher IQ than Louise's family, and that he found his father's and his brother's violence funny. Bradley, who is now 30, must serve at least 23 years in prison, but Mr. Khan said the killer was already pushing for his sentence to be reduced a year into his sentence. He said his family will not feel safe if he is released and plans to ask police, keep an eye on the brothers forever and give them a lesson. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More, Holly Newton's boyfriend says he wishes he had done more to save her. Era. More, man's face severely burnt after he was set on fire in Times Square. Era. More, arrest after man stabbed to death, and another left with life-changing wounds. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.